forecast for Telford today is fair with a maximum of 24 degrees and a minimum of 11 degrees. It is currently 18 degrees.
Hi guys, Din on Underman, and that is a preview of Wake with Weather. So let's roll the intros and we'll show you all about it. So as we start at the start there, this is a review of Wake with Weather. It's available in Cydia right now for just 99 cents, and I have to say it's probably my favourite assistant extensions plugin, because when I wake up in the morning I generally check the weather, and that's the first thing that I do. Now there's loads of settings for this. There's the great enable on off switch, so you can just turn that off whenever you want, and then there's loads and loads of different things that you can turn on and off. We'll go through those in just a second. You can post custom questions, you can test it out. It's got alarm, range, and then use all for weather. So the first thing is location. You turn that on, and when the alarm goes off and you slide to unlock and it tells you the weather, it'll tell you where you are. It'll tell you today's maximum temperature, today's minimum temperature, today's forecast, tomorrow's maximum, tomorrow's minimum temperature, tomorrow's forecast, the current temperature, the feels like temperature, and also the current condition. And then once you've toggled those on and off, so let's just turn all these on, you can see what they all do. You can test it to see if that's what you want it to do.
The forecast for Telford today is fair with a maximum of 24 degrees and a minimum of 11 degrees. The forecast for tomorrow is fair with a maximum of 23 degrees and a minimum of 11 degrees. It is currently 20 degrees and it is fair. It currently feels like 19 degrees.
Okay, so you can test it, see what it's gonna read out and all the different options. So let's just turn some of these back off, and you probably don't want all of those on, to be honest, but say you didn't want it to read out the weather in the morning, you wanted it to check what Apple stock was, so we can post that question, stock price, okay, and then we can test that out.
Apple closed down somewhat last Friday. $562 and 29 cents.
So if you didn't want to know what the weather was and you wanted to know what Apple stock was, first thing in the morning when you woke up and you slide to unlock to turn off your alarm, you can post that, and you can post a number of different things. For example, what meetings do you have, and loads of other different things. So I think that's a really nice feature. But if you don't put anything in there, it will tell you what today's weather is like. If we go further down, you've obviously got the test to awake weather, so that'll tell you what it's gone, and then you've got the alarm time range, and then when you turn that on and off, if it's set to on, then the weather will only be read out between the certain times when the alarm is stopped. So that's a nice feature. If you didn't turn off your alarm between those hours, then it wouldn't read out the weather. And then at the bottom you've got always speak extended weather, and if you turn that on, whenever you ask Siri what the weather's like, it's going to tell you all of these different things that you have turned on at the top. So like I said, I really like it. I like to know what the weather's going to be like when I wake up, so that is a very useful tweak for me. Like I said, it's available from Cydia right now for just 99 cents, so head over, pick it up. When you do install it, it will also install assistant extensions. So thanks very much for watching, and we will catch you real soon in the next one.